here's Brody Brazil.
I really, really, really do love and appreciate all the great voicemails that you've been sending me, so keep them coming at 1-833-4-BRODY. Could be a question, could be a comment, could be any kind of contribution you have here for the channel. You leave a great message, I listen to all of them, and I get to respond to the very best ones here on future videos.
Hey Brody, Kevin, Thousand Oaks, California. So Major League Baseball's done a lot to improve player safety over the years, but to me there's like an obvious one that they're missing, and I can't believe it's been allowed to go on for years and years. That's the on-deck circle. I mean, when there's a pop-up and the catcher's going for a ball, I cannot believe they still allow all that stuff to be sitting there in the on-deck circle.
It's a good point.
We haven't seen a devastating injury specifically tied to that yet, but
Right.
To me it's just a matter of time. But before there's a Buster Posey style injury related to a player tripping over all that stuff in the on-deck circle. And there's like an easy solution. They could just build a compartment along the backstop with padding where they can hold all that stuff so the players can still have their weighted bat and the spray for the bat and all that stuff. It could just be there in a compartment right next to the on-deck circle. Doesn't have to be, a bear trap so that a catcher can trip over it. Because it's going to happen eventually. There's going to be a devastating injury with a player tripping over that. So that's just been one of my pet peeves over the years. I love all your content. I've been watching you for like 4 or 5 years now.
Awesome.
Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Kevin, no, thank you. I feel like you may have just done the entire video. Like, what more am I to say? Can I say? Should I say? Like, you made a great point. You nailed it, I think, on all aspects. You set it up perfectly. You knocked it down perfectly. Kevin, great call from Thousand Oaks, California. I'll just add a couple things here. Number one, the visual, right? And I just happened to find a picture of an on-deck circle from the Giants of yesteryear. That's a Buster Posey bat just sitting there in the on-deck circle. So I don't know when or how that was taken or why a bat is sitting there. But yeah, all the other things, the donut, like you mentioned, the spray, the powder, the weighted bats. There's a bunch of equipment and various pieces of equipment that a batter might want to use before they actually step in the batter's box. And the on-deck circle has always been just full, like littered full of devices and things that different hitters use. I don't know that every hitter uses every single one of those things, but it's like they need to have the full complement of things waiting out there for the person in the on-deck circle. Now, to be fair, this doesn't exist on both sides of the baseball field at the very same time. You will notice that bat boys in a major league game, when the team is out in the field, they'll take all of that stuff from their side of the field and bring it back into the dugout or secure it off the field. So only the batting team has this stuff out there, but still, to your point, why is all this stuff sitting on the ground? And a bear trap, that is the absolute best way to put this. It's just waiting for somebody to step in it, hurt themselves, roll an ankle, slip on it, whatever. And to the point, the Buster Posey injury, that was a collision at the plate, but it was somebody rolling an ankle. It was that lower body, like, just devastation of an injury, and something like that could happen here. And also, to your point, this seems like such a simple fix. Why are we doing this? Why does this continue? And especially in an era where Major League Baseball takes every other precaution, padding every single piece of fence they can, minus maybe the ivy out at Wrigley Field, a couple other brick structures and facades. So the point here being, over all the decades, though, and games that have been played, are we up in the hundreds of thousands of Major League Baseball games? It hasn't really happened, though, has it? I mean, there have been some close calls, and there have been some points where maybe a catcher might get close to the on-deck circle, trying to chase the foul ball. They take the mask off. Here's another thing. How about just the surface of the on-deck circle? It's rubber, right? Which, when a player is taking their swings, maybe they want that, but also, like, a catcher's cleats could slip on that rubber too. It's going from grass and dirt to rubber. It's just kind of a weird thing that we do. Why not just make it dirt so it's a natural surface so you can't slip on it? And then why leave all that stuff out there? But it hasn't happened. So that's kind of my main thought against doing anything or making a bigger deal out of this than we should. What are we talking about here? Because it hasn't ever happened, but should we be okay with that? But knowing the protections in place, knowing what Major League Baseball does to try and keep its athletes healthy and safe and in good situations, this does seem like a missed opportunity. Now, we do need to have a batter out there. Like, the on-deck circle does serve a purpose. We can't move the on-deck circle, and I don't think that was your suggestion. I think you're saying put all the stuff in a container. And if you need it, grab it out and don't leave it on the ground and put it back when you're done. But the person in the on-deck circle before they hit, the future batter, they do need to be out there to kind of eye the pitcher, time the pitcher, and get some swings in and basically warm up. I don't know that there's a better way to do it than to have that player on the field. But overhauling the area around home plate, like, we can't, that doesn't seem possible to move the on-deck circle. But that's not what you're saying. I'm trying to think of all angles here. Moving the on-deck circle doesn't make sense. So maybe keeping the area tidy. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe there should be a rule that you can't leave stuff on the ground, and we will put a container back there. Even if you put like one of those storage boxes like I have on the side of our house, and you just, you throw all the backyard stuff in there and you close it. When you're done, you put it away. You don't leave it out. And maybe that would be less dangerous to a catcher. And yeah, we're basically talking about catchers here, protecting catchers. Do we need all that stuff? Number one, do we need all of it? I guess the answer is yes. But do we need all of it just sitting on the ground? And look, when there's a pop-up, the first thing that batter's doing in the on-deck circle is getting out of the way, but then they're leaving all the stuff there. So fortunate, to your point, that we haven't seen anything tragic yet, but it does kind of feel like we're just ticking away until we actually get to something like that. Unfortunately, I hate to be morbid and gruesome, but I don't want to see an injury that could have been prevented, and one as simple as this. Why doesn't baseball change this? I don't know, but at least we're here talking about it. Appreciate everybody for watching this video. Comments down below. I would love those. Thumbs up also on this video. That helps me, the video, and the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to see you back here next time.